I invite you to the town called Aranya Pratet. The city was founded less than a century ago. A little more than 15,000 people live here. There are two places of interest in the town. The first is a checkpoint on the Thai-Cambodian border. The second is a unique market located nearby. And yes, you're right, we're going there. The largest market of edible insects in Thailand is in the southeast of the town of Aranya Pratet, near the highway number 33, near the Thai-Cambodian border. We're in a very interesting place. If you go to the left, you will get to Cambodia. The state border is just behind this fence. If you go straight ahead, you will get to the largest market of insects in Southeast Asia. You must have seen other TV presenters boldly eating different cockroaches and beetles many times in other shows, so they're all sold here. Wholesale. Here is a joke. Father and son are going fishing. The father says, "Get the cereal. We'll catch some fish, son." "Dad, I've eaten the cereal," the son answers. "Okay," says the father, "let's roll out some crumbs from bread." "Dad, I've eaten the bread too." "Well, well, son, then eat up the maggots and let's go home." Why am I telling this? Because what is funny for a Russian is not so for a Thai. Firstly, in Thailand, very few people know what cereal is, and especially what breadcrumbs are. And secondly, the maggots are really tasty, nutritious, and useful. It is stupid and not funny to feed fish with them. One should eat this delicious food himself. Every Thai knows this. Mr. Ha Prim, the director of the insect market, is no exception.
Our market emerged 5 years ago. The freshest and most delicious insects that are brought directly from Cambodia can be bought from us.
Mr. Ha Prim, why is Cambodia the largest supplier of edible insects in Southeast Asia?
There is virtually no industrial production in Cambodia, no factories, no plants. So the insects there are environmentally friendly and of the highest quality.
You know, our viewers are very fond of questions about money. So let's keep flies in one place, cutlets in another, separately. Although if you only knew, my friends, what cutlets from flies are in Thailand, how much do you trade per day?
If the day is successful, we sell up to 10 tons of insects, sometimes less. But we never go down below the mark of 5 tons.
5 tons at minimum and 10 tons at maximum of insects per day are sold at this market. Yes, you are the champions. And who are your main customers?
These are large wholesalers from Bangkok. They buy a substantial part of the insects from us for later resale.
Let's get down to concrete figures. Well, let's say how much you pay for this big cockroach, and how much do you sell it for?
We buy them on average for 5 bahts per piece and sell for 10. In Bangkok, such a cockroach costs 50 bahts.
So how many pieces are sold approximately per day?
On average, 50,000 pieces. These insects are in great demand among the buyers, both wholesale and retail ones.
And now, my dear friends, a few minutes of entertaining mathematics. So we managed to find out about 50,000 of these cockroaches of XXL size are sold by the piece a day. A net profit from each of them is 5 baht. 5 multiplied by 50 makes 250,000. A seller gets approximately $10,000. I repeat, it's a net profit per day. I'm not doing the right job. I'm selling my talent, but I should sell cockroaches.
Then you first need to rent a trading place. Monthly rent costs $200. The seller daily earns from $15 to $20. The rest of the money is taken away by the shopkeeper.
Mr. Ha Prim, I can responsibly tell you, your market is more profitable than a third of Russian banks. I just have to start trading here. Well, first, I'll try to sell cockroaches from my head. In fairness, it should be said that not only spiders, bugs, or other locusts can be purchased at the largest insect market in Southeast Asia. You can buy fish here too. Super fresh, almost fresh, and not very fresh. You can also quench your thirst. For this, sellers of freshes and smoothies are on duty at the market. The beverages are prepared from sugar cane on antediluvian equipment made from tractor springs. However, most people come here not for refreshing drinks and not for fish, but for insects. And I need to get local cash to buy them. By the way, if you think that reverential relationship between Russia and Thailand arose in the 90s together with the first cry of Russia Davai on the local beaches, you're deeply mistaken. The first Russian who visited Thailand was, attention, the Emperor Nikolai II in 1897. He was a close friend of the King of Thailand, then called Siam, Rama V. Since then, it hasn't been a problem to find a person who speaks Russian in Thailand. Tula.
Hello, how are you doing, Sasha?
Fine, thank you. You also look okay.
Thank you.
Listen, I need to spend $50 on cockroaches. Will you help me?
Of course, come on, let's go.
Let's go. I will say at once, so as not to mislead you, Tula is not a nickname or a secret call sign, as it may seem to a Russian at first glance. Tula is a short variant of the local name Vitul. Being absolutely unique, Vitul Hinkeo will help me in my research work. No one knows all the creepy sorts of reptiles better than him. So where are your insects?
Look, these cockroaches are alive.
And if you listen attentively to the sound of their scrabbling against the bowl, then it makes you terribly hungry. Are they fresh?
Yes, they are.
Listen, and how do you choose them correctly? Well,
To choose means that if these are females, we eat their spawn. And if it's a male, it's eaten whole. It gives a very tasty smell.
and how do you choose them? I mean, bigger, smaller?
The largest ones are females,
Yeah,
and the male is smaller. This is a male. Those big ones are females.
how many of them do you usually take to spend some time with a close friend in the evening?
Usually by pieces.
By pieces. Well, how many will we take?
Will 10 pieces be all right?
10 pieces are fine. How much are they?
10 baht.
10 baht. Well, listen, should we bargain? Something like, your cockroaches are not so great and not fat.
A male is more expensive than a female.
Is a male more expensive than a female? That is right.
It's right. Give 10 for 10.
Come on, come on. This is the case. Yesterday there were little ones, but for 5, and now there are big ones, but for 10. A river cockroach. It's also called a water bug. 10 baht a piece. It's 30 cents. Is it a good beetle? I want to ask if the beetle is fresh.
Yes, yes, fresh, yes.
No, 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 thank you.
Here are the alive ones.
And it's crawling. Do you remember, is the chicken fresh?
Yes.
Yes, 5 minutes ago it was running. Will he sell it for 200? He says he must consult with someone. No, no. So shall we take 1 pound?
1 pound.
What's more delicious, those ones?
It's the same for me.
Are you serious? You live a boring life.
Boring, of course.
An ordinary beetle with a decent appearance. 220 baht for 2 pounds. It's $6.50, my friends. Are we going to take the ants?
An ant?
Or those ants out there? How about them?
They are 250 baht for 2 pounds.
And how much is it supposed to be enough? Well, for a proper meal of 2 respectable men.
Well, let's take 10. 10 ounces.
10 ounces? Okay, 10 ounces. Give us 10 ounces of this and 10 ounces of this one. Are these ant spawns?
Ant 1.
Is it expensive produce?
240 for 2 pounds.
Well, how many ants are there in Cambodia if they bring such a quantity every day?
They raise them themselves.
Farm ants?
Yes, yes.
Science has advanced, I'm telling you. Ant spawns for true connoisseurs and true gourmets. 240 bahts for 2 pounds, $7. Tula.
Yeah.
We've already collected almost as many insects as you can collect from the average student hostel in Russia.
Yeah?
And we haven't spent 500 bahts yet.
Okay.
Let's already buy something big and end this.
Well, okay, how about this?
Okay, how much is it?
1,000 bahts.
1,000 bahts. Will he give us the basket?
Yes, he will.
We take it. Cambodian grasshoppers, 1,000 bahts per 2 pounds, $28. That's it. Will we take the basket?
Yes, we can take it. Come on.
Great, thank you. Best regards to your parents. So in total, for 1,650 bahts, the equivalent of 50 American dollars, I managed to buy the following at the largest insect market in the Southeast Asia in the city of Aranya Pratet. 10 pieces of male river bugs, 10 pieces of female river bugs, 1 pound of top quality beetles, the same quantity of grasshoppers, 10 ounces of ant spawns, as white as the teeth of a top model, and a bamboo basket. The masterpiece of not red, but simply cool Khmers, populating the local region on both sides of the border of Thailand and Cambodia. On the central street of Aranya Pratet, which is about a 10 minutes walk from the insect market, one can taste everything that moves and creeps underfoot in Thailand and neighboring Cambodia. I can understand everything. But I don't understand one thing. You have the most delicious mangoes in the world, pineapples, lychees, jackfruit here in Thailand. And it's not a hungry land and hungry year. Beef walks around the streets itself. There's succulent grass. Why do you eat insects?
You see, on our territory on the eastern side, it is very dry. There are very few plants or trees, or fruit plantations.
Yeah.
We catch and eat what we find on the earth, what flies here. Well, of course, not like meat.
Well, yes. That is.
Yes, but some people like it.
Well, let's eat.
Okay,
That's it.
it's necessary to remove it.
I can definitely say one thing. These little bugs have quite a familiar taste. There's nothing extreme in the taste of these bugs. That is, it's like very tender protein meat, fried in good frying oil. Actually, I don't experience any unusual feeling right now. And if you close your eyes, it'll be completely fine. Tula, teach me how to eat this big beetle. I've heard it's poisonous.
Yes, it's poisonous. If it bites, it's very painful.
Yes.
We tear it off.
Tear it off.
We remove the stinger.
Remove the sting.
That's it. And legs.
We don't eat legs. That's it. Look, are these spawns?
Yes.
That is in the pure form. Is there anything harmful here?
They're a bit tough.
There is some very good spice that gives this beetle, I understand. It looks scary. And more than that, probably now, in the eyes of many TV viewers, I'm a real hero, pioneer, traveler who eats absolutely terrible beetles. And if I were an unscrupulous TV presenter, I would have pretended to be a real hero. I can tell you that no, this is by and large very delicate, tender taste, and again, I say it doesn't cause any unpleasant sensations. That is, this is a dish that can be divided with some girl in a romantic fit. But with a girl who keeps an open mind to cooking, of course. So, how about trying an omelet? Well, omelet is pop. What is this? An omelet? So, the omelet. And ant spawns are inside of it, aren't they?
Yes.
How funnily they burst on the teeth.
Yeah.
Sour. It's tasty.
It's tasty.
It's really tasty, I'm telling you. So, what? Grasshopper, grasshopper.
Grasshopper, yeah.
And how to eat it?
We tear off the head too.
Tear off the head and eat the rest. Aren't there any poisonous parts? That's it. A grasshopper is a grasshopper. And it's not at all like a little cucumber.
Of course.
With a smoked taste, yes. It crackles nicely on your teeth. And what's here? We tear off the head, don't we?
Not the head, because it's little.
It's a trifle. I haven't liked this.
Haven't you?
No, there's a taste of iodine here. The same taste of iodine that I faced when I was hunting with elderly ladies for live seafood in South Korea.
30 without bargaining.
30 for these.
Look, what cucumbers. They're of the highest grade.
And now ask me, what did I like most of all? In the last place is this. It's a spoilage. And it's only because there is this unpleasant aftertaste, which is not pleasant to me. These bugs are in the penultimate place. They're very unusual to taste. A little like roasted nuts. These grasshoppers with such a smoked taste and crunching on the teeth are in the third place. The second place is occupied by Pippity Poppity Mumbo Jumbo the omelette, because it's got the most familiar taste. Moreover, the ant spawns supplement it very nicely with the necessary sourness, and this psychological effect of the bursting of the ant spawns on the tongue. And finally, the first place, the river bugs. The world's largest river bug is found in Thailand. This insect, despite its horrendous appearance, has an amazing gentle taste with fruit notes. If I find any such insect in my meal in any restaurant, I won't make a scandal. I will rejoice. Well, my friends, I've taken the edge off my appetite. But to be honest, I've got worried. I wonder if it's not harmful to consume insects in the amount that I just did, and all the inhabitants of Thailand regularly do. I decided to find out from a qualified specialist, a dietitian, Mrs. Orifan Suknavin. Doctor, is there any practical benefit for health from eating insects?
Insects contain a large amount of protein, which is good for your health, as you probably know. They also contain a lot of carbohydrates.
Doctor, and if a person eats only insects, can such a diet be considered fully balanced?
It's theoretically possible to eat only insects. The main thing is not to eat anything superfluous in them, such as stings, legs, shell. In addition, one must know exactly which insects are edible and which ones are not. But such a diet can be considered to be a fully balanced one.
Let's use specific examples. For example, how many nutrients are there in this beetle?
Not many, because it weighs just a few grams, you know. There's practically no fat, but there are useful microelements and even vitamins in this beetle.
And what can you say about this bug?
But since insects are fried and frying oil, they contain a lot of cholesterol. People suffering from heart diseases and vascular diseases need to keep this in mind.
What kind of beetles is your favorite and why?
I like these. They contain a lot of calcium. It is useful for the bones. We even have special diets, the supporters of which eat insects for a certain period of time and lose weight.
Eat insects, my friends. This is what the doctors prescribed. Thank you.